What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It is the Monday Mayhem Warriors. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter, here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA, and we are live. I hope we're live. I didn't double check the feeds, but I believe we are live here on the interwebs, on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook, the YouTube page, and tweeted out to you, and of course on the Sorgatron Media Twitch page. And I got a crew with me today. First of all, we have from Beacon, New York, Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. It is Mad Mike.
Sorg. It's a sad day.
It is a sad day. Oh, Iiconics, no. Oh, the team.
Sorg, I'm never going to remove this shirt.
No, that's going to get gross.
No.
Well,
no, Sorg.
I mean, you're not going
No.
anywhere. I guess nobody's going to notice.
I'm working from home. It's fine. No one's going to know.
Yes. You're not on, like, Zoom calls all day or anything. Just Monday and
Nope.
Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get real used to seeing these two lovely ladies over here. Billy, Peyton, they're the best. I really hope the week they go to AEW gets like 2.5 million people. I really hope. And God, if they go to Impact, I'm gonna have to fucking launch Impact.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Fuck
That's it.
you.
That's the straw, isn't it? That's how they bring you in.
That's the only way.
My secret.
The only way. I mean, at least I don't have to worry about them going to Ring of Honor or New Japan.
My secret. Yeah, my secret message is that Josh Matthews have worked. Yes. We'll see.
No, they still need to unblock me though.
No, we'll see what happens. Also back with us with a little bit of new headgear, mainstream Matt of Just Pro Wrestling News.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
Good, good. How are you? Since we're showing off t-shirts, I'll show off my t-shirt. Not a G.I. Joe t-shirt. This is a facade t-shirt. So enjoy that.
Nice.
Go get
It's
that.
not neon green, so I couldn't tell it was his.
I really like this. I
Yeah.
like this little thing here. So yeah, I
It's
get it.
just a little doohickey
Oh.
there going on. I get it.
Alex Miller has presented me with a solution.
Okay.
I only watch the segments of Impact that they're on.
They'll probably be on YouTube.
Okay,
I
I'm
gotta
here for
say,
that.
because I was discussing with some other fans this very topic earlier tonight, and I really think Impact is the best place for the Iconics right now at this moment. They've got tag belts. It gets a little goofy and nutty. There'll be a lot of it feels like the structure is there for Billy to be Billy.
Yeah.
Billy and Swingers Palace. Just think of the possibilities.
I
Susan,
do
think of the possibilities. I mean, I think there's a lot there.
I do think I'd like the idea of Jordan Gray somehow gorilla pressing both Iconics at once.
Yep.
Also, and I hate to say this, it's a really good thing Billy kept updating her resume. It's a very good thing. I mean, it's something we all lapse on from time to time. You never know. But she always kept her skills up there. So.
I want to know how she was doing with her LinkedIn page. And to be fair, I mean we do have a Mayhem account for Impact Plus, and you don't even have to go looking for it or twitching or whatever the case, because and I was surprised. I went on the Impact Plus like at 11 o'clock on Thursday night, and the show was already up. I don't know when they post it, or if it's like at the same time or something. So like you can just drop right in, Mike. You don't have to worry about it. It's just.
Oh no! I'm Sorg. If they're not going there, I'm not watching.
I'm sorry.
If they're not
I'm just saying, when you get there, we have it set up for you.
Okay.
This is the thing, but Mike, this is one of the benefits. This is the one things we make sure for journalistic integrity. You have access, regardless.
I don't have any
how blocked you are. That you do have access, whether you choose to use it or not. But you can completely go and watch Impact Wrestling or British Boot Camp or ROH over there. I am sad to see that the ROH Honor Club postings of their shows still have all their catheter cowboy ads and crap on there. So like that kind of bothers me. All your.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna be watching ROH.
But
no amount of EC3 is gonna get me to watch ROH.
I can't say, you know what, and I can't say EC3 is not a reason to watch Ring of Honor. Like it's great that he's there, but it's not peak EC3. You have a curiosity about what he's doing, but it's not happening there. You know what I mean? I would say, I mean, seeing what Dalton and seeing what Danhausen and Shane Taylor are doing over there, I think is worthwhile. The Pure Title stuff has always been good to us the last several months.
Danhausen is a highlight. Shane Taylor is a highlight.
Yeah.
I have a higher opinion of Roosh than you do, Sorg. I just kind of like the plethora of big scary guys. I've talked about that before. And every once in a while, EC3 pops up, and you're like, good. EC3 is getting paid.
Hey, there's some EC3.
And then I just kind of go
there's some
there.
EC3 in this. That's fine by me.
Well, you know what?
EC3 is fine by
Mike
me.
has no time for Impact, and he has no time for Ring of Honor.
I can't say I have time for him half the time.
Barely has any time to watch anything. Mad Mike, there's big news coming out of the world of Major League Wrestling tonight. They've got a brand new TV deal, and they are coming to Vice TV. Mad Mike, do you get Vice TV as part of your cable package there in New York?
I don't know if I do.
You're gonna have
I believe my father-in-law gets it, because I know he constantly messages me about Dark Side of the Ring. So
there you go. So yeah, they are. I'm glad you brought that up. It's a nice little pairing. Hopefully, there's a little synergy there.
But
MLW can kind of ride the coattails of Dark Side of the Ring.
Matt, I have one very important question about MLW. Is there a Dario Cueto?
Not yet. There's the implied off-screen presence of someone who may or may not be known as El Jefe, who might be Dario Cueto. We don't know, Mad Mike. Mad Mike, Perhaps you've heard this phrase lately in the world of pro wrestling fandom. We got to see how it plays out.
Oh God, I am so
let it
tired
play
of
out.
seeing
Wait a
things
minute.
play out.
Wait a minute a second.
I'm
so
tired of
this-
seeing
this
things
is-
play out.
Let's put this on a T-shirt. Get cars on this. Let's see
Yeah,
how it
honestly,
plays out.
Honestly, let's see how it plays out would be the top selling T-shirt.
Dude,
amongst all
if
the-
I'm-
and you know what, you do it
Catchphrase
in
of the year for pro
you do it
wrestling.
in every company's font.
Yeah, you
Right,
got like
right.
each company. Let's see how it.
I just look forward to the day I'm at an indie show, something wild happens at the end, and I just can end the show by panning over to the guy in the front row with the just going with the shrug emoji and just with the let's see how this plays out, and that's how we fade to logo. Like, I would love if that's just the way that we roll with it. So, but anyways,
God, we're gonna be rich.
we're gonna be rich. We're gonna be rich.
I'm writing it down right now.
This is gonna get us more money than that Patreon and the bank stuff.
Oh, wait. So is this like something? Is this something that the IWC Twitter, International Wrestling Community Twitter is talking about right now?
Well,
is that the?
I'll tell you how
Is mindful wrestling coming around? Like, just chill, see how it
No,
plays
no, no,
out.
no,
no.
No, is that not
This is
happening?
mockery story.
Okay.
This is what this is. See, this is
It's
is,
Travis and mockery at its finest.
this phrase has its roots in the WWE apologists on the Twitter and other social medias, who whenever something stupid happens will come back to you and be like,
Hey.
well, you know what, let's see how it plays.
Hey, you know what, Matt? You say as it's written WWE apologists. I was told this a lot while I was watching Impact, while I was watching TNA on the regular.
Well, I mean,
I was told this a lot.
I'm sure it's
Like
been
a
said.
lot.
It's been said for many years, but now we are deep into catchphrase
You know what,
territory.
I
And you're right,
bet-
it is
I-
time to make a T-shirt.
I bet it originated in WCW though.
I don't know about that.
It
I don't
seems like
know.
something that would originate in WCW.
So you need that Brooklyn accent on it, right? You need that New York accent on it.
Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Russo
Bro,
accent on
Let's
that.
see how it plays out, bro.
Let's see how it plays out,
Let's see how it plays out, bro.
Oh my
Like
God.
Russo, it's not playing out. You're going to be gone in 3 weeks. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, but
Moving
definitely,
on.
Like cars. Seriously, that phrase in the font of
Mhm.
every major company.
Can
I can already see it in my head. Alex, I'll be DMing you right after we're done.
Absolutely.
Oh, I want the Lucha Underground logo, like the circular logo with "Let's see how it plays out."
Oh God.
Hey.
We can do this.
If only we could see how Lucha Underground
Oh,
would have
jeez.
played out.
Oh, we
If
did.
only.
We did.
It didn't
Oh,
play all the way
No,
out.
No,
no,
it
Matt,
didn't, but
Matt.
it
We
got
saw
some
how it played
places.
out. Half the people went to WWE.
I know.
Half the people went to
It
AEW.
I'm
The
telling
rest
you,
went to New Japan and
I
NWA.
I know what happened to the company. I'm just saying what happened to the stories. Anyway,
Well, tell your boys at MLW to get on that shit.
they're getting on it, dude. These shows have been in the can for 6 months, Mike. They're just rolling them out. They can't speed this thing up. There's not some crazy horny octogenarian backstage who could just speed up this storyline.
All
This
right,
has
to
been
be
in the can
fair.
for months.
To be fair, I bet there is. I'm pretty sure there's a crazy horny octogenarian backstage at every wrestling company.
Yo, yeah, I think that's a pretty common thing. That's usually the one with the money.
So Sorg,
Yeah,
Danny Limelight.
Danny
was on the elevation
Limelight.
tonight.
Oh, God
Danny
damn it.
Limelight, you brought it up. I want to point out that you brought it up after saying that you're getting tired of me talking about Danny Limelight, but Danny Limelight was in the main event.
The radioactive Poppy.
What?
The radioactive Poppy.
Jeez. Okay.
Aren't you up on your Danny Limelight lore?
I missed that part, but
Okay.
I heard it.
Danny
I think
Lorelight?
I heard it a couple times, and I'm just like, what the fuck are they talking about? I'm sorry.
No, it's stitched on his gear now. It's
Oh, is
more.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. While I am definitely paying more attention to Dark Elevation than I am Raw, I'm still editing content for IndieWrestling.us while I'm watching it. So it's a level, you know.
It's a nice way to reduce the 3-hour bulk
It's
of
so
WWE
great.
on Mondays.
Hey,
Kinda
listen,
take a
man.
half-hour chunk out of it.
I usually got
good.
somebody in here until like 8:30. Okay, so
Yeah.
I just don't care about Raw anymore. Listen, I'll watch Backlash or whatever we're calling it this time.
WrestleMania Backlash.
Ugh, whatever. But you know, I'm not going out of my way for Mondays, and actually Fridays I watched like half of, or at least the first half hour of SmackDown, and then I had to go somewhere on Saturday morning. And by the way, fuck you, Fox Now app. Okay, motherfuckers. Okay, I watched it, left, took a shower, sat back down to watch like the Fox Now app on my Apple TV, and it made me log in every time I went to the app. Fuck you, Fox Now.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
It wasn't on Hulu yet.
Guys, we got breaking news.
Breaking news.
Oh.
Breaking news. The Get Out of Here Charlotte movement is alive and well,
Oh.
as Charlotte Flair is being suspended indefinitely and fined $100,000 for unprofessional conduct.
Do we drop the music? Because she was beating up referees at the end.
Yeah,
Did she beat up a referee?
Yeah.
I looked away.
she beat up a bunch of referees, but she is suspended indefinitely.
You know what? And Charlotte is, I think that kind of sounds weird on the surface, but like Charlotte is an opposing figure, and they don't hire large referees. So I mean,
you know the sad thing, because I think I know what this means. Your Miss Money in the Bank for 2021.
Yeah, that could be pretty good.
No, Matt, it couldn't.
Wait.
It couldn't. It can't.
Well,
do
we're
Charlotte
running out of
anyway.
stuff for Charlotte.
Is the Money in the Bank going to be back at the Titan Towers? Because that needs to happen. So
Yeah, I hope they climb the building again.
yeah.
I hope
hope someone
take
throws
another
And
Charlotte
they
off the
actually
building.
throw somebody off the building. Like,
I mean, she'll be back the next day. You know that.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean,
she'll be back in the men's match to win that match.
Sure.
Oh man, that's what I want.
Crossing barriers, I
She
guess.
should fight the men now.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I
I'm
was
ready to
pushing,
see her.
I
kick
was
the
pushing
man.
for Charlotte versus Randy
Dude.
Orton for WrestleMania.
Dude, Charlotte could probably have some baller matches.
I think that'd be a great match.
Charlotte could probably have some baller
Charlotte
matches.
versus Randy or Charlotte
with-
versus Rollins. Either of those will work.
Yeah,
For me.
yeah. No, that could completely happen. I want to go back to Danny Limelight.
Oh God damn it!
Of course we do.
Listen, this man was in a six-man tag. No, it was a six-man tag because
You don't even know what match he was in.
He was
There were six-
teamed. He was teamed.
There were 6 men there. Yeah.
Yes, he was teamed with the Seidel brothers. He was teamed with Nakazawa.
Nakazawa. I don't even watch the show, and I know how to say him.
Who's the third guy in that match? All I remember was they were
know
in
Clay.
the match, and he was putting on a headset so he could talk to Nakazawa while he was wrestling
Such a
from
memorable
ringside.
match.
That was fun. Mike, I was editing. I'm editing really important videos like a Chase Gold counter. Okay, really important stuff here
I'm
is
just
happening.
saying, it doesn't sound entertaining at
It
all.
sounds
Because
wonderful.
as soon as you said the Seidel brothers, I literally fell asleep for 300.
It's great. Those guys are fantastic. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
And Danny Limelight is in a match, and I got a near 3 count on the AEW champion.
Who hasn't?
Who has it? Are you kidding me?
Who has?
Listen to me.
Literally everyone.
Since AEW is a company that actually, books with some purpose and direction, it actually does mean something when
It
Danny
does.
Limelight gets
No,
a 2
it
count
does.
on Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
And he definitely he had a great night. It was a great night for Danny Limelight. But you know what? What episode of Dark or Dark Elevation is not a great night for Danny Limelight?
Mm-mm.
So I mean, let's just be real. Sorry.
The radioactive poppy. I love that. Now that I've heard that.
God.
That I have connected
Oh
that. Yeah. Well, actually, I heard it, and I'm like, is Poppy on this show too?
By the way, I have to say, and I'm trying to get us back to Raw.
Partner, it had nothing to do with your paying job.
This announcer. Ooh, I don't know.
You don't know? I've listened to a little bit of it. It seems very. I mean, he's not Mike Adamle, but I mean,
He's close.
is he? Is he that bad with it?
I feel
He's-
like
he's not retaining things. I don't think.
It's
It's
week
the
2.
second, It's the second week in a row. He said Viking escapade or something like that.
Although
Like, he doesn't-
Viking Escapade could be a fantastic name for a
No, but,
Viking-based ice
Viking
dancing
Express.
troop.
Excuse me. He called it the Viking
the
Express.
Viking Express.
Also, the Viking Express could be fun.
I mean,
I mean, if the Vikings get a bus, like
No,
I'm not,
we
I'm
can't
not,
do Express anymore because Strowman is now Brawny the Tank Engine, so we can't do that.
Well, I mean, they're not using Express in his like
Yeah, they are.
nomenclature, right?
Yeah, it's on his Titantron, the Strowman
Well,
Express.
It's part of the lore, Sorg.
Yeah,
okay.
it's part of the lore.
Well, Braun didn't. Did Braun even show up tonight for an advertised match? I know. Wife of the Carlins was upset about that, and related it
I
to.
am a little bit upset about. This is so stupid, Sorgy. They spent all weekend
Mhm.
promoting this first time ever
I know.
Randy Orton Braun Strowman match,
I got all the
and then
emails.
they did not deliver.
Nope. Oh, what?
They
Monday
didn't,
Night Raw
even
not
cleverly
delivering?
back out of it. It's just like forget it. It's like
Yeah, it was just
just don't even. You know how much this screws up the Just Pro Wrestling News updates when they do crap like this, Mike.
Hey, cards
No.
subject to change.
You always have to understand this company operates on the whim of a crazy old man, and it can change at any time.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we go into that understanding that every time.
At
There
the
are
whim of
there
a
are matches
madman.
there are matches announced for NXT for Tuesday night, and you
Mhm.
better really be damn sure I'm going to be hedging when I record that script tonight. Be like, they are promoting LA Knight versus
Yeah.
Dexter
Well,
Lumis,
I mean,
but will it happen?
Tuesday isn't that bad
Who
with
knows?
it. Tuesday isn't that bad with it though, right? I mean,
Oh, Tuesday's pretty good.
I'm dunking on NXT for the fun of it, but you're
Mhm.
right, they're not as guilty of it.
no.
And I have to
Um,
say, kudos to both NXT and AEW for both jacking up their ratings for last week being on separate days.
It goes to show how many people were watching. I'd say the number of people.
And I will give credit where credit's due. AEW had 2 women's matches on that show, and that show was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't like all of it, but the show was fun.
Okay.
Because honestly, the last thing I wanted is more Young Bucks.
Right. But
So-
well, if you don't like the Young Bucks, Dynamite is not the show for you.
Yeah, I know.
no, that's where that happens. But if you want to see what else like AEW has to offer, that's where the rest of it kind of comes in. And I think it's a nice mix. It's a nice mix.
Yeah,
and you're seeing,
but I'm not watching
it's
2 hours.
It's a nice mix. You're getting they're introducing talent and building them up into actual players. You're getting some great interviews, like background. A lot of guys like learning about Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. Learned a lot about that. Subscribe to a new YouTube channel tonight because of it. And I'll be finding that out. There's a lot about his background I didn't know, and now I'm like I knew, like I caught little like glimpses of it here and there, but I was like, I need to keep an eye on this guy. And yeah, I've definitely seen this guy in commercials. So because I guess he's been a model, he's been a commercial actor, things for years.
The wife and I are building the Max Caster bandwagon.
Oh
as we
yeah.
speak tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
We're surveying T-shirts. We're turning the volume up every time he
think
shows
it's
up on TV.
hilarious.
It's fun.
I think it's hilarious that we've already gotten to the point where John Cena's original gimmick is so old it can now be ripped off by someone else from a different company.
Indeed. Definitely draws a lot of inspiration from Cena, but he does a great job. He really has a lot of charisma.
I'm
so
still
I like it.
up in the air on if like I listen to these, and I think I tweeted this like last week or the week before. I was like, Max Caster, like he keeps going, and I don't know if he's a bad rapper or incredibly talented for what he can do, or what the case is, because sometimes you're like, I don't know if he just like ran out of things to say and is just saying whatever comes to his mind, and in like a bad way or a good way, but it's interesting.
I don't think he's a good rapper.
And
I think he has.
And I think that's part of it. He's not a good rapper. He's not like cutting it. He's not, but also like that he's more straight insult rapper than John Cena is actual rapper, right?
Yeah, I mean, he could do a promo backstage and insult his opponent, since he's obviously hustling very hard, he could produce a brand new rap video every single week for whatever match he's got going on. And sometimes some hit, better than others, but I just appreciate the work that's being put in.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what impresses.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And it's paying off. There has been this there's this big influx of talent to AEW, and he's one of those guys that has broken away from the pack, to the point where, it doesn't seem weird whenever he shows up on Dynamite or stuff like that.
Yeah, it's that they'll go and do insult music videos for a match on Dark is incredible.
But see, here's the thing. All right, Miz and Morrison do the same thing,
right?
So, to be fair, these guys have been doing it longer than Miz and Morrison started doing it again. So, I mean, this is not Mike. This is not generally a new concept. They're not breaking incredibly new ground, but they have their own style in doing it. And it's entertaining, or it pisses you off because you're like, I hate this fucking style of rap, which, okay, right? But it's working, and these guys are fucking talented.
Yeah, this isn't a slight on anybody else who's doing that kind of a storyline.
No, it's
just,
okay.
He's doing it. He's entertaining me. That's all I'm asking for. Sometimes Mrs. Morrison entertain me too.
Yep.
Every once in a while. So.
Absolutely.
All good.
So, no, I had a lot of fun with that. Big Show, I'm liking, Big Show's getting more comfortable. Like, he definitely was a little rough around the edges. I mean, and he's not the best color commentator, but still, he's out there having fun with
Did you
Tony.
Say boat? Did you really reference the boat?
What?
Did you say he's not the boat?
He's not the boat?
He's not the best of all time?
Oh, I really did say that?
I'm pretty sure you just said that.
All right, listen, Big Show
I'm pretty
ain't
sure
no
you
boat.
just accidentally Natalia'd Big Show. You don't want to go full Natalia sword.
No, definitely not. But still, no, it's entertaining. Again, not as entertaining as Dark has been, but yeah, no, it's good, and it fills my Mondays in pretty well at this point.
So what is this item on Raw that you're desperate to get to here, Mad Mike?
I want to talk about the Alexa Bliss stuff.
Okay.
So what is happening? I saw none of the Alexa Bliss stuff tonight.
She was in the playground again, and it looks like Alexa Bliss is going to be getting back into the Raw Women's Division.
That's good.
Which is good, because she's very sorely missed. But they took a playbook from WandaVision, of all things. And Alexa said that Lily, the creepy doll with the skull teeth, has been her friend forever. And they showed Photoshop pictures of Alexa holding that doll when she was a kid. It was great.
So interesting. Of all the things that they have clipped from tonight, that is not something they've included on their YouTube channel as highlights. So.
That's
very
weird.
Curious. There's about there's a good 9 highlights from tonight, and it's not. Although there's a special feature video for Dexter Lumis and LA Knight tomorrow night. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really good. I liked it a lot.
Good. I mean, it's probably just they're going to split her off, and now she's going to be that in the women's division, right? Which is good. I mean, she's been kind of tied up with this whole thing with Randy for months, so, and she's pretty much been the feature spot more than Bray has been for at least 3 months. So, but no, it'll be interesting to bring that in.
And there was no Firefly Funhouse or anything tonight.
Interesting. Huh.
I think they just don't know what they want to do with Bray right now.
No, well, did we get tag team champions tonight?
Nope, still not on the show.
No Reginald either, Sorg.
What happened to Reginald?
I think Reggie's gone.
No, that's not possible. No,
Matt, I think Reggie's gone because we already introduced his replacement, Mr. Angel Garza.
That's a misdirect. There's no way they're getting rid of Reginald, man.
I'm pretty sure Reggie's gone. Wouldn't be surprised if he shows up on NXT shortly.
No.
Or 205 Live.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens. But still, where's Amos? Where's Uncle Alan? Something's going on there was
between. I wonder if there's a coronavirus situation.
Yeah.
Uncle Alan.
That's
or maybe he fell off the flat Earth. I don't know.
Did things get crazy? Did things get crazy at the WrestleMania after party this year?
I don't know. I mean, there are some rumors or news with the Z about them being shorthanded last Monday, and the only reason this happens is because somebody got sick and everyone's quarantined. So
and Morrison wasn't.
See what's up.
Either.
Yeah.
Oh,
so there were a lot of conspicuously missing parts.
Seems
And
to
anytime,
happen.
like when Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo are getting back on TV, that's kind of a smoking. That's a lot of smoke. So
Dust them
not
off.
that I'm disappointed to see them, but you know,
Dust them off, right?
I mean, Sheamus has to squash someone.
that's
Mhm,
true.
mhm.
Like,
You know, they do have a
who
locker room
else-
full of
who else
geeks
is there?
to,
And Elias got a win tonight,
That's true, Sorg.
which was lovely.
Ooh.
Over a former WWE champion.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
With a flying elbow drop.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I caught up on Young Rock.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've made a couple determinations.
Uh-oh.
I like Little Rock, which I'm calling Pebble.
Okay.
I like College Rock, which I'm calling Boulder. But the Young Rock that's the main
Like
focus,
the
high
teenager?
school rock,
Yeah.
fucking hate it.
Okay. Like, do you hate the concept or do you hate the person he was then?
Little of both.
Okay.
Little of both. Those stories aren't as captivating.
Okay. Understandable.
But the before and the after are pretty good.
I kind of watch them in blocks. Like I get a couple. Like I just watched like 2 or 3 of them last week.
That's what I did
So
too.
like it's nice because it was like it was a Young Rock one. I love the Pebble ones because they're usually involving all the wrestlers that they were around when like the WWE guys were going to Samoa or something, right?
Well, yeah, because when he's Pebble, Rocky Johnson was still working, and when he's
And just the Andre, the Day with Andre episode was
that
wonderful.
was lovely,
wonderful. If you just watch the Young Rock ones where he's just around all the younger Rock ones where he's just around all the wrestlers and like there's Macho Man and Iron Sheik and everything, like it's like, I mean, it's a personification of the things you heard about them, basically.
But I will say, I'm ashamed of my fellow Poughkeepsian because that is a terrible Macho Man accent.
No,
Terrible Macho
He was
Man
from
impression.
Poughkeepsie. Like
Yeah, he's from Poughkeepsie, like legitimately.
Okay.
It's shocking to find out that in a world with so many people doing the Macho Man voice, they couldn't find one actor who can do it.
I will say, he looks the part.
Yeah.
He does a very nice flying elbow. But God, the voice is just so wrong.
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Like it's like when I found a WWE produced toy of a Macho Man that was talking, but for some reason they didn't use actual sound clips of the Macho Man talking, and I'm like, oh no.
Did they use the person that played Macho Man on Rock and Wrestling?
I don't know. Maybe. I think they just
that reminds me.
a sound-alike actor or something. I don't know. It wasn't great.
That reminds me, I do need to. Well, first of all, I shamed Peacock on Twitter because apparently the RJ City WrestleMania After Dark is under clips if you search for it and not a main feature.
Fair.
So I asked them to please put some respect on RJ City.
By the way, that was the first thing of RJ City I've ever consumed.
Really?
Oh, fuck.
Wait. This isn't. Well, you've never watched his interview with Riz?
Nope.
Wait a minute. You're not even watching like the stuff we're putting out?
Riz doesn't watch the things I do.
Okay, that's clear. That's fine.
We should go into the archives. We should dig up the full like RJ City interview catalog.
Yeah, honestly,
We've
like,
thought
and
him
plus,
many
like, I
times.
don't really feel.
Wait,
like,
you were on the show when he was on the show? Was that an indie?
I don't believe I was.
Okay.
I
weird.
interviewed him at an indie Sorg.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think I would have remembered talking to RJ City. I have a funny.
Yeah,
feeling.
you would have. Absolutely, you would have.
That voice is very distinctive. I did not. I legit did not know what he sounded like. So that was my first RJ City I've ever consumed. That was lovely. I'm going to find more now, but that was lovely.
All right.
And Sorg, if RJ City has a soundboard, but only one sound, I think we should do the same.
What?
Because every time there was a joke, he pulled on.
Yeah, that's funny.
was just lovely. Everything about it, from the Shayna Baszler to Kevin Owens being the Honky Tonk Man, all of it was fucking gold. All of it was like, it was fantastical. It was just wonderful. I loved it.
Well, oh, sorry, I was putting some work in.
It just makes me wish that we could have had Tuesday Night Titans with RJ City.
Oh jeez, yes.
RJ City and Billy Kay just hosting Tuesday Night Titans, and then that's it.
So sorry, I was putting some work in because last week I had messaged the Peacock Twitter account and asked them when Camp WWE was coming on, and it came on last week. So now I'm saying, Peacock, can you please let me know when Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling is coming to your WWE network? And tweet.
I think you may have to wait a little bit longer for that one, Sorg, because racism.
No, it's. I don't think they're hiding that one because of that. I mean, I think they had it on WWE Network, so I mean, you know, it's a cartoon from the '80s. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that could be a problem. Yeah. Somebody at Peacock needs to watch the entirety of Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling before it pops up on the Peacock.
Spoiler alert! I don't think it's Peacock that's doing that job.
I thought it was. I thought the news was that Peacock was reviewing it. You're telling me you're telling me the news? You telling me the cock lied to me?
The cock may have been misleading you.
I hate it when I'm misled by the cock.
Maybe there are people who are working for the Peacock who don't know yet that they're owned by the Peacock.
That could be too. Wait, who's paying for? Okay.
Oh, you didn't know what else we got in that $2 billion deal?
Swerving who, bro?
You.
What the hell? Like, seriously, I wish 30 Rock was still a thing. So we could have an episode of Cabletown purchases the catalog for Worldwide Wrestling.
No, Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
Southpaw Regional Wrestling, and they're going down the list of problems with old wrestling content, and they're like, "What the hell is a Shockmaster? What is a Roddy Piper did what?
Lethal Leap Year, is that too violent for us to air, or?
yeah, like just every insane, like, what do you mean an evil clown? Like it, like. What do you mean a dead man? What is an undertaker? Things like that. So
can we do some research on Katie Vick?
Oh jeez. So
you'll never see that
again. I don't.
That's fine.
No, I know it's absolutely fine, but you'll never.
I mean, the problem is that I saw it when it happened, and it's burned into my memory now, and it's not going away. So I have to live with this now.
Hey, let's get to the fun part. Let's get to the fun part of the show, guys.
Sorg, before we get to the shows, I have a Lego update.
Lego update.
Sorg. Oh man,
that was a hefty one.
It is, and it's done.
There it is.
Look at this bad boy.
1989 Batmobile.
Check it out.
That.
The door slides open, and Sorg, you ready to see the coolest part? Watch this. Pop-up machine guns.
Nice.
Just like in...
For precisely shooting your way out of the Acme chemical factory, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Because, Batman doesn't use guns on people. They're Lego bullets, honest. Lego bullets.
Lego bullets. Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Well, speaking of geeky things, Matt Carlins has caught up on everything that we've talked about over the last 2 years of this show. In the week since he was last on.
What a ride. What an experience. All right, ask me about the thing.
Here's the kicker. He watched it all at once.
Yeah.
So it's all one thing.
No. There's a joke. So ask me about the thing. Ask me about it.
Okay. Matt.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think about the Snyder Cut?
All right.
Justice League Snyder Cut. Tell us.
I've never hold on, Matt. Sorry.
What,
I've never talked to anyone about the Snyder Cut whose review didn't start with, "All right."
I believe that. Ask me. Ask me, Matt. Did you finish the Snyder Cut?
Matt, did you finish the Snyder Cut?
I finished it. Did I watch all of it? No. I think I saw. All right, I was trying to go in, logical shifts here and there, but I kept kind of nodding off. So I probably only saw like 50% of it.
Okay.
But you know what? I didn't want to tarnish the review, so I just said, you know what? This is if this is how my body is reacting to this movie, to this epic, then that's what's happening. So yes, I finished the Snyder Cut.
Okay.
Do I know everything that happened in the Snyder Cut? No. Okay. But it was about what it was whenever it was just the normal cut. It's like, what parts did you like about the theatrical Justice League? Well, I liked, I liked the Flash. I liked the Aquaman was pretty cool, and Wonder Woman was cool, and some of the stuff is weird, and the tone is uneven. So here's the Snyder Cut. Now the tone felt very even. So we're on that level. I preferred it without the things that. Who's the other guy? Was it Joss Whedon? Is that who it is?
Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
That guy. All right. I preferred it without the Joss Whedon stuff. I feel like that was, if we're gonna do the Zack Snyder thing, let's just do the Zack Snyder thing.
Yeah.
All right. If you're gonna do a 4-hour 4x3 superhero movie, Zack, all right, let's go. Let's do it. This is your baby. I don't want to see somebody coming in here and trying to make, your movie something that you don't want it to be. So I liked it had a nice even tone. I'm glad I felt like we got a little bit more Cyborg backstory, which was nice. I enjoyed him. Yeah. So that's kind of like yeah. It's like I like the extra backstory. And it basically didn't really change my opinion on the movie that much. It just now it's very, very long. And I fall asleep in the middle of it. So I definitely think if we were to compare the Justice League to the Batman v Superman movie, I think the Batman v Superman movie was a better concept. Not that the execution was necessarily easy. I think the execution on Justice League was better, but I think the Batman v Superman definitely kind of got my imagination going a little bit during while watching it, and I was kind of this is interesting, and I wonder where this is going. And there were a few interesting twists here and there. That's not to say it was this flawless movie from beginning to end. It's pretty much like pretty much for me, like with the Batman v Superman, is that like every time Batman shows up, the movie just goes straight to hell. Like
What?
the dialogue, everything
Whoa.
kind of crumbles.
Whoa.
I
Wow.
really like,
Listen, man.
I don't know why we're circling back to Batman v Superman. We're supposed to be talking about Justice League, but I liked, I liked all the stuff in the Daily Planet in that movie. Because I don't know if you guys have heard about this. There's a 3-hour cut of Batman v Superman on that HBO Max.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the one I
yeah,
prefer. It's the one I
watched
prefer.
that one too.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, if as long as you watch the extended cuts, like, this is actually a nice trilogy. It makes sense.
Well,
I enjoy it. I think it's great.
My attachment to these characters is extremely loose. I really don't
So
care
there,
one way or the other. I'm just telling you from my personal reaction.
Oh boy.
So
I think there are a lot of things going wrong, especially toward the end of Batman v Superman, but the concept of the movie and the stories that Zack Snyder's trying to tell are more compelling and interesting and got my imagination working more than Justice League. Justice League was just 4 hours of just
Box
doing
hunting.
the action movie superhero thing.
Mhm.
And I was just like, let's just get through this so we can all go home. But Batman v Superman was kind of like, this is interesting. Where are they going with this?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. It's kind of like yeah, yeah. Well, it's like I
No,
think there
no.
was
No.
So come on. Someone gasped when I said I hated all the Batman parts of
All
Batman.
right,
both of us,
all right,
both
come
of
on.
us, because the
Come on,
Batmans
no.
are like the better parts of both all those movies.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Zack Snyder does a couple things really well. He does slow motion very well.
Mm-hmm.
He does hand-to-hand fight scenes very well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll point out the Rorschach breaking out of the prison in the Watchmen movie,
God, so good.
and pretty much all of 300.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder wanted to make a Batman movie.
That's
And
what
I'm
we're
pretty
getting
sure
to.
Zack Snyder does not give a single fuck about Superman.
I think. Okay, sorry. I was just going to jump in there.
As was evidenced by him completely not understanding Superman in Man of Steel. However, when Batman showed up in that second movie, Ben Affleck is the best part of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Best part of that movie, and the scene where Batman goes to rescue Superman's mother, whose name escapes me for some reason. When he goes to rescue Martha, that is the most Batman I've ever seen on film that was not animated.
Mm-hmm.
That fight scene where he rescues Martha is the most Batman I've ever seen in a movie.
Yes.
That's a really great that's a really great scene. I don't think, I feel like they didn't do Affleck any favors with like the dialogue and the stuff like that. He said like really stupid thing. Like I mean the whole scene where like Superman like rips the lid off the Batmobile and he's like, you F around in here with me again, I'm gonna F you up. And Batman's like, do you bleed? And I'm like, who says this?
Well, all right. So here's the big thing.
I don't know. Hold on. That was very Frank
like
Miller. That really felt very Frank Miller to me.
I was fine with that.
Yeah.
But here's the big problem, and I realized this upon, because I, like you, Matt, I watched Man of Steel again. God knows why. I watched Batman vs Superman extended edition. Then I watched the Snyder Cut. I didn't watch the Justice version again.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't watch it because I didn't want to taint my opinion. I remembered the story beats. That's all I needed to remember.
Right.
The reason for me that almost none of this works on any kind of conceivable level is because Superman has only been around for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of this doesn't work. To me, like for me, that's why a lot of it doesn't work. There's no explanation for a whole bunch of stuff in these movies. Like, how does Lex Luthor know who Superman is when Superman has only been around for a couple months and didn't even work at the Daily Planet before that? There's no way for him to know this. How does he know who Batman is when most people doesn't even think Batman exists? They think he's a legend. Like, a lot of it just does not make sense.
He's a super smarter, and I think there's layers there.
No.
Listen,
They want you to think there are layers. Like Matt, you had a.
It was that. Yeah.
Matt, what was your quote about Zack Snyder before we started this?
Zack Snyder is a pretty good director who thinks he's a really good director.
Yes.
So you get a lot of like very high-minded stuff, and I feel like it does kind of like it wanders into this like I'm trying to find the right adjective to describe it. It's just just kind of look how dramatic. There's some moments where like some of the music, and I'm like, isn't this just a little bit much?
Well,
But I just want to like circle back, since you guys don't necessarily like the way Superman and Clark Kent are portrayed in the Batman v Superman.
I want to point out. I disagree. I wholly disagree with Mike's points.
Okay,
fine.
That's
The
great.
Batman
That's
things,
fine.
I was with them, but I consider the Zack Snyder stuff better than the Christopher Nolan Batman.
Okay. I'm gonna make.
Sorg, I
I'm
don't
gonna
even
make
like
point.
the Nolan Batman movies that much, and I know you're fucking.
I'm gonna say the thing I was about to say, and then I'm gonna say a new thing.
Okay.
The first thing I'm gonna say is I thought all the Daily Planet stuff where he was just Clark Kent really worked. Like, I mean, Lawrence Fishburne is obviously amazing, and I thought all those, all the pitch meetings and newsroom scenes, I thought they were all, for the most part, were really good.
And last point,
I just wanted to make that up because I thought it was interesting to see,
right?
Clark Kent the reporter, not just.
I do want to know why
awesome
he keeps wanting to
Superman.
put Clark on sports, though. I want to know why, because Clark clearly does not have an interest in sports.
I mean, it was very obvious that Clark did not give a crap about the sports ball.
No, he does not.
Now
He might have heard about this young kid named Victor Stone, who's apparently really good at football, though.
Yeah, I was waiting for them to drop it.
Honestly, that's how they should have introduced Cyborg. With all the talk of him covering the fucking football team, like at least Lawrence Fishburne should have mentioned, what about that Stone kid? Do a profile on him. Like, something. God damn it, Morpheus,
I
give me
can't
something.
think of what you said that made this pop into my head, but you're talking about Nolan's Batman movies. And that's kind of like part of the disconnect for me. Whenever they would switch from the Superman side of the story to the Batman side of the story, they would switch to the Batman side of the story, and I'm like, he's just trying to do a Nolan Batman scene here. Why is he doing this? Just do whatever you want to do. But I felt like he was so. He shouldn't have felt boxed in by what Nolan had created with his own Batman movies, but it felt like he felt boxed in.
Okay.
By that.
All right. Where's a request? And we are running out of time. I'm literally running out of time. Request from Tina: opinions of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Quickly, Matt. You just consumed the bulk of it.
I've gotten through episode 5. I've been watching this on the weekly. I love this show.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to be my best friends. I think whenever this show gets into very serious, very heavy stuff, without, I mean, obviously it feels heavy when you're watching it, but I just like the way it's portrayed and the way it's presented, and it all lands for me. I don't know any other way to say it. It all lands for me. I felt like I spent too much time on the boat on this last episode, but that
was nice though.
What am I doing?
You saw
I'm
the
ready-
family getting
I'm ready.
together and helping out and everything
I
like
know,
that.
It was a nice scene, and I've listened to some other people talk about it, and I feel like maybe I didn't fully appreciate or understand kind of like the vibe of that whole thing. But I think part of it is also like I'm ready for dominoes to fall. I'm ready for the fireworks factory.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to come in the next episode.
It doesn't. It feels like I've been watching this longer than 5 weeks, and that's not that's not in a bad way. But no, I mean, yeah, it does kind of feel like that. But it's been a fun ride, and like I can't wait. I was like I said, the next week, I'm like, oh, next week is when everything goes down. Shit gets finalized. Everybody shows up in their new costumes, and there you go. So maybe Zemo finally wears his mask. I don't know.
No, Zemo already wore the mask. He's gonna be in the raft. He's in prison, Sorg.
He's done. When did he wear the mask?
He wore the mask in when they were in the shipping containers.
Oh, okay.
He threw it on already.
Okay.
He didn't have it on for long.
Okay.
But yeah, he threw it on. I really like this show. It's getting better and better each week. Like the first couple episodes, I'm like, okay, this episode could have been an email, but oh man, they're really digging into like the Isaiah Bradley stuff. That's its own show on its own. Like you could just do a whole show of that. You could cast whoever you want for young Isaiah Bradley, and have old Isaiah Bradley like provide narration for that show. You can do whatever you want with that. Basically, this is proving to me that Marvel is still the opposite of the DC extended universe, because the longer I spend with more Marvel characters, the more I like them.
Well, isn't this the difference? You don't have you don't have a Kevin Feige to guide the ship like with the Warner Brothers.
What I'm saying is like after like Endgame and everything like that, like I liked Falcon. I was fine with Bucky. Didn't really care about either of them. But the more it's like the same with Wanda, same with Vision. Like between WandaVision, between Falcon and Winter Soldier, like the more time I get to spend with these characters, the more time, like that's why I like Tony Stark so much. That's why I like Cap so much, because now that these characters have their own shows, their screen time is getting equalized.
Well, isn't that it's the Marvel way though, man?
It is.
I mean, that's like it's like, hey, we're gonna do a one shot on Hawkeye. Who gives a fuck about Hawkeye? We're like, dude,
that one I'm excited.
It's like I'm just saying comparatively. Like, dude, the Matt Fraction Hawkeye is one of the best series, and it's just Hawkeye just trying to help some people out in the neighborhood in an apartment complex, and you learn about Pizza Dog.
I was gonna say, and he has Pizza Dog.
Best shit ever. My next
Pizza Dog is in the show, Sorg.
I hear this.
And I'll say this.
And we talked about the Madripoor thing. Like they're doing deep cuts like Madripoor, and like I've off chance just said to Missy, wait till you see Pizza Dog. Like things like that where we're watching it. This is stuff that I've read. Miss Marvel is going to be all about this. I'm going to be freaking giddy watching Miss Marvel. And she's like, why are you so excited about this show about like a teenage girl with superpowers? I'm like, you have no idea. This is a great book.
And apparently Sorg, Secret Invasion is going to have Olivia Colman now. Like what?
What?
Olivia Colman from The Crown. Like really, really, really good actress. Is going to be in Secret Invasion with Nick Fury. And I'm like, oh, okay. So Marvel just decided, hey, let's sign all these amazing actresses,
right,
and just put them in our shows. Catherine Hahn, fucking Elaine Bennis, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Her name escaped me, and now Olivia Colman's going to be in. And I know there's going to be someone that pops when we see Loki.
Yeah,
I know there is. I don't know who it is.
Oh my god, just Luke Wilson on that thing. Just to roll him back just a moment. Tina's in the chat saying real life parallel Tuskegee experiment with what happened to Isaiah Bradley. Yeah, and they took the.
There's a whole comic series.
About I'm looking them up.
Truth.
It's called Truth, Red, White, and Black. From 2003 is the book. So there's that whole thing. But I think they mentioned the Tuskegee experiment as well as part of it. So I think super heavy thing for people coming in just like looking for some punchy punch kick Marvel style, right? And they're just like, and here's this,
Yeah, basically, you know what kind of episode you're going to get if the wings are unsheathed. If there's no wing action, it's going to be a bit heavier. It's going to be a little bit slower.
Yes.
But if the wings are out, it's punchy, fly.
I mean, it's just amazing, like how it's man. I don't want to try to dig too deep into this and try to find something that's, but man, the more you think about the show, the heavier it gets, and it's so interesting to see it kind of like it's almost like it's turning. It's examining America. It's examining, our culture. Yeah. And it's not just presenting it. It's confronting and saying, look, the bad stuff happened, and not everyone is up to speed on that yet. So, and that's a really hard thing for a lot of people to understand. Some more than others. Some of us are still struggling, to kind of figure out the best way. But I'm glad the show is here. I'm really I really have enjoyed it and how it's kind of laid all this stuff out. It's given me a lot of food for thought. So it's been a good thing.
And I'm gonna say this, like Marvel, I have so much faith in Marvel. I know absolutely nothing about Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I just saw the trailer today,
Absolutely
too. Yeah.
nothing about it. I'm like, I am in, and he's probably gonna be one of my favorite characters.
There's been really only one miss. There's been only one just whiff on them, and that was Iron Fist.
Okay. And even Iron Fist second season
Yeah.
kind of redeemed itself.
It did a little bit.
It's not great.
No, but it came
But it
back
redeemed
around.
itself a little bit.
I mean, I'm not talking the other stuff like Hellstrom. I haven't watched Hellstrom yet. I've Runaways or Cloak and Dagger. I've only watched a little bit of, but it's very teen drama, of course.
Cloak and Dagger was fun.
Yeah.
I finished the first season. I didn't get to the second.
I was having trouble getting into it. But now I think it's over on Disney now, so now I don't have to worry about like Hulu commercials.
Yeah.
And that's how I finished Runaways too. Did you watch Runaways?
I need to finish Runaways. I don't remember where I left.
I know
off.
it kind of gets like it's more stuff. You're just like, wait, this was only 3 seasons. I feel like I've been watching this for 10 years.
Mhm.
But also comparatively, I did read the original book and everything. It's obviously an offshoot. But I think they do a lot of fun stuff, and they have guy that played Spike and played Brainiac in Smallville in there, and he's
James
pretty
Marsters.
great. They got old Doctor Doom from the Fantastic Four movies, who's always great as the bad guy, and he's basically, his character is it's like, it's kind of still Doctor Doom, but another entity that they talk about in it. It really is. It's just like, no, he's just Doctor Doom. He's just from another planet now. Sorry, spoiler. But yeah, so I think it's good. It's more redeeming to the parents, and it really kind of digs in on that kind of stuff. And there's a dinosaur.
Yeah,
there's a dinosaur, and people use powers every once in a while.
And there's another witch that could easily come into play.
Yep.
Marvel lore now.
Ooh. Well, there's multiple witches actually.
Yeah, there's
sorry,
a lot
spoiler.
of witches.
Well,
There's a lot of witchcraft
you know about the mother and everything. So, but yeah, no, it's interesting. It's it's a slower for sure, but it's worthwhile if you got the time for it. So,
yeah,
all right.
The only real whiff is the Inhumans. That's it.
I forgot.
That's the real whiff.
And we got Lockjaw at least out of that.
That's true.
It's just like New Mutants. We got Lockheed.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was great.
I mean, like New Mutants, I was fine with. I'm cool with New
I
Mutants.
liked it. It was fun.
It was like, I wish there was more of this. It's not like a runaway. Oh my God, Deadpool thing. But it's also not like kicking a franchise while it's down like Dark Phoenix did. So.
Hey, all right.
Not that everything about Dark Phoenix was
gonna say,
horrible either.
Dark Phoenix had the most Cyclops moment I've ever seen in my life.
Which one is that?
You take one step closer and I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
by the way,
defending Jean Grey to the ends of the earth. That is Scott motherfucking Summers.
I'm also finally pushing my way through the X-Men anime and only have a few episodes left on it. And they basically, in this thing, like the Phoenix thing has happened. The not the Brotherhood, the Hellfire Club's involved, and Emma comes over to the X-Men, like that whole storyline.
I started watching it a little
and
bit.
and they really do a psych job on the Cyclops coming to terms.
Okay.
Like, I'm at that point of the series. Like I say, I have a few more episodes left. But they do a really, really crazy psych job on it. Also, you will probably recognize the story with different names that they're doing, where it ends up.
Sure.
From what I can tell, it was like, oh, this is like the Muir Island Legion situation, but it's not Muir Island, and I don't know. It gets, and then it turns into like, it's a lot of like, hey, Japanese monsters that make no sense. We has them.
Do I ever?
We has them. So, anyways, what's the Marvel brand to begin with? Oh, I was just interpreting things. Guys, thank you so much. Mainstream Mac, check out justprowrestlingnews.com for your wrestling news in 5 minutes or less.
That's right. Every morning we're there for you, 5 minutes or less, get you up to date on all the big stories in professional wrestling. So check it out, please.
and Mad Mike 4883, and follow the hashtag MM on the @Mayhem Show account for some interesting ideas as he live watches things like AEW.
Yeah, you'll usually know when it's my opinions on.
Oh, when the tone in the room changes, it's Mad Mike.
When I insult Bradley and send him a picture, a GIF of Goku twerking, because as we all know, Bradley loves butts. You know that.
Tomorrow night, BC Steel will be joining us. Expect an argument about Mighty Ducks of some sort that I will never understand. I only have one.
And also, BC Steel, he's also made a bold claim that Angels in the Outfield is the most star-studded movie ever.
We will explore those important topics and more on our pro wrestling podcast, and I will just ask simply, is the Mighty Ducks animated show canon? We'll find that out and more tomorrow night. Mad Mike, thank you so much. 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the Facebook and all the other places of Wrestling Mayhem Show. We'll see you then, Mayhem.
Sorg.
Oh, and, of course, Mike.
Iconic.
Thank you. Stay tuned for Silk Stockings. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.